Making headlines this hour, Maldivian ambassador in UAE reveals efforts to establish an embassy of UAE in Maldives are in progress. Bangladeshi ambassador states that the biggest support the country has received in the bold speed development is the support extended by the youth of the country and by the neighboring countries such as Maldives. And Elections Commission assures the information shared in the meetings held with the political parties will be kept confidential.
Hello and welcome to PSM News in English with me, Mariam Shawshat. Ambassador of Maldives in UAE, Dr. Mohammed Niaz, reveals efforts to establish an embassy of UAE in Maldives are in progress. The cabinet of UAE decided to establish an embassy of UAE in Maldives on April 8th. In an interview with PSM News, Ambassador of Maldives in UAE, Dr. Mohammed Niaz stated, Government of UAE requested through the UAE Embassy in Sri Lanka for the establishment of an embassy in Maldives on January 15th. Ambassador Niaz noted the Government of Maldives granted the permission in the same month. Furthermore, the ambassador said efforts to appoint an ambassador and hiring 5 staff for the embassy are currently underway, adding that discussions are ongoing regarding the lease of the land to the UAE government to establish the embassy. Noting that UAE trusts the foreign investor policy initiated by the Government of Maldives, the ambassador revealed it is one of the main reasons for the establishment of an embassy in Maldives. While the government of UAE agreed to establish an embassy in Maldives, it is noteworthy that a Maldives embassy was established in UAE in 2012. It is expected the establishment of a UAE embassy in Malé City will strengthen the diplomatic ties and people-to-people relations. UAE is one of the main developmental partners of Maldives. Diplomatic ties with UAE and Maldives were established on March 15, 1978. Ambassador of Bangladesh to Maldives, Rear Admiral Akhtar Habib, states the biggest support the country has received in the bold speed development is the support extended by the youth of the country and by neighboring countries such as the Maldives. Addressing the special ceremony held in Maldives to celebrate the graduation of Bangladesh from least developed country LDC status, Ambassador Akhtar Habib noted the country has proven its caliber by becoming the second fastest developing country in the world.
Bangladesh gained independence on March 26, 1971, after a 9-month-long war. Since then, the country has transformed itself from a disaster-prone country to the leading country in fields such as pharmaceuticals, agriculture, electronics, and leather production. The latest milestone the country has achieved is the graduation of Bangladesh from least developed country LDC status to a developing nation. Addressing the special ceremony held in Maldives to celebrate the graduation, Ambassador of Bangladesh to Maldives, Rear Admiral Akhtar Habib, revealed the country has attained the 3 criteria of the graduation to a developing country on March 17, 2018. In this regard, Ambassador Akhtar Habib highlighted the GNI per capita of the country currently stands at $1,272, while the Human Asset Index stands at 72.8. Continuing on, Ambassador Akhtar Habib noted Bangladesh has shown exemplary efforts in fields such as climate change and gender equality and emphasized that the country is the #1 country in the world in the aspects of gender equality.
2016, Bangladesh was marked as the second fastest growing major economy in the world. With GDP of $247 billion, today Bangladesh has the second largest economy in South Asia. It was the 6th year that the GDP growth was greater than 6%, and the momentum continued. In 2017, it was 7.28%.
Ambassador Akhtar Habib concluded by highlighting the biggest support the country has received in the bold speed development is the support extended by the youth of the country and by the neighboring countries such as Maldives. The dignitaries that attended the ceremony from both Bangladesh and Maldives expressed elatedness on the success of Bangladesh. The ceremony ended with cultural performances from the Bangladeshi cultural group in Maldives. Bangladesh is set to graduate from LDC status to a developing country in 2024.
Elections Commission of Maldives assures the information shared in the meetings held with political parties will be kept confidential. Speaking to PSM News, member of Elections Commission Ahmad Akram revealed the meetings with political parties are held to disseminate information regarding the upcoming presidential election. The Commission member noted information about preparations for the election and about the role of political parties will be discussed in the meetings. Ahmad Akram made the remarks at a time when some political parties have said the need for such meetings are unclear. Elections Commission decided to meet all political parties on separate platforms with 4 representatives from each party. In this regard, the Commission has met Maldives Democratic Alliance MDA and Diva Hidayatunga Party DRP. However, the opposition parties have so far boycotted the meetings despite invitations being extended by the Elections Commission. The Commission has urged all political parties to attend and cooperate with the Elections Commission to hold a free and fair presidential election in Maldives. Elections Commission of Maldives assures it will finance political parties according to the duration set in the Constitution. According to the Political Party Act, political parties must consist of at least 10,000 members to be eligible for state funding. The parties will receive the funds from the state in regard to the number of members. Each political party must submit an audit report approved by a state-accredited audit office to Elections Commission and Auditor General's office in the first 90 days of every year. Furthermore, the Political Parties Act of Maldives states the political parties must receive the funds from the state within the first 90 days of every year, excluding public holidays. In this regard, the eligible political parties should receive the funds by May 8 in 2018. Speaking regarding the issue, member of Elections Commission Ahmad Akram said the Maldivian electoral body has sent the required documents to Ministry of Finance to release the funds for the political parties. According to Elections Commission, 6 political parties are registered in Maldives, with only Progressive Party of Maldives PPM, Maldivian Democratic Party MDP, Maldivian Development Alliance MDA and Jumhuri Party eligible for the state funds. United Nations Development Programme UNDP in Maldives commences a survey to collect information for the Smart Cities project. UNDP revealed the survey will be conducted in public places and door-to-door, adding interested individuals can participate in the survey online. The survey is conducted as part of the Smart Cities project to create a baseline in order to understand how community-level interventions or housing management improvements could create a better life for people in Hulumale. The survey will collect information in 4 major areas, including the demography, lifestyle, living standards, and the challenges faced by the population living in Hulumale. The survey also aims to understand the visionary of Maldivians for Hulumale. Furthermore, UNDP noted the aggregated data from the survey after analysis will be shared with the respective stakeholders. The Smart Cities project was launched by Housing Development Corporation HDC in association with Uridu Maldives and UNDP in the Maldives. The Smart Cities project aims to strengthen the application of technology in the field of development and promote social innovation. According to HDC, the Smart Cities project will ensure technological solutions introduced in Hulumale, a future smart city, remains inclusive and accessible to all its population. The survey commenced by UNDP will conclude on April 21st. The establishment of Maldives Airports Company Limited (MACL) came through various government departments which had been responsible in the past for the operation of Velana International Airport (VIA), which was inaugurated on April 12, 1966. Since then, VIA has undergone various development phases and MSCL is today celebrating its 52nd anniversary. Here we have a short report on its establishment, the history and the expansion project in addition to activities held by MSCL to celebrate its anniversary. On October 19, 1960, Welana International Airport, VIA, saw its bold beginning with the landing of the first aircraft on the slotted steel runway on Hulule Island. The airplane was a Royal New Zealand Air Force transport plane. The first commercial plane was an Air Ceylon flight which landed on April 10, 1962. In 1964, the government of Maldives decided to replace the slotted steel runway with an improved asphalt runway. Alongside the newly completed runway, an office named Hulule Airport was duly opened April 12, 1966. The airport was officially inaugurated by Prime Minister Ibrahim Nasir. The dedication, sweat and unwavering determination of Maldivians were proud of this day because it was a Maldivian dream even before gaining independence in 1965. Today marks the 52nd anniversary of Maldives Airports Company Limited, MACL. The day began with the flag hoisting ceremony. The flag hoisting ceremony was followed by a special cake ceremony which was attended by staff of MACL. Following was the introduction of a new staff ID card along with upgraded kiosk facilities for MACL employees. The new staff ID kiosk will enable the viewing of staff profiles with ease. With the number of tourist arrivals increasing annually and surpassing 1 million, the government is looking to expand the main international airport in Maldives. In this regard, VIA is expanding its capacity to cater to expected increase in passenger traffic over the coming years. New developments underway include a new runway, a new passenger terminal with a built-up area of 90,000 square meters which can accommodate 7.5 million passengers, 9 new passenger boarding bridges, state-of-the-art baggage handling systems, expanded duty-free shops and new food and beverage outlets. The $1 billion mega expansion plan for Welana International Airport was unveiled in December 2016. It has been designed to offer a smooth transfer experience for travelers. Maldives National University MNU reveals plans to open application opportunity for its first ever MBBS scholarships on April 22nd. The MBBS program of MNU, which will commence in July, have 50 scholarship opportunities specified for Maldivian students. According to MNU, the opportunity to submit application will conclude on May 14th. Educational requirements for the MBBS program include 5 advanced level passes, including biology, chemistry and mathematics, and the applicant must have at least a C grade in English language. MNU revealed additional information such as tuition fees would be revealed next week. The government of Maldives will provide a special loan scheme to apply for the MBBS program. In addition, the government also plans to launch the first medical school in Maldives later this year. Maldives opens opportunity to participate local movies in SAARC Film Festival 2018. Maldives can contribute 2 short films and 2 feature films for SAARC Film Festival. SAARC Film Festival will be held from May 22nd to 27th in Sri Lanka. 4 individuals from each country, including directors and artists, can take part in the festival. SAARC Secretariat noted the expense of the trip is fully covered by the organizers. Interested individuals are urged to submit applications to National Centre for the Arts NCA before April 18th. Rishmi Ramiz represented Maldives in the festival and won Best Actress Award last year. Maldives commences a special roadshow to advertise the tourism industry in China. The roadshow, which is conducted by the collaborative efforts of Island Aviation Services Limited of Maldives and China Grand Vision Holdings Limited, would cover 4 cities.
According to the latest statistics published by Ministry of Tourism, almost 60,000 Chinese tourists arrived in Maldives in February 2018, which is an increase of 8% compared to the same of last year. As China is one of the major tourist markets, Maldives has been carrying out various advertising activities in China. In this regard, Island Aviation Services Limited of Maldives and China Grand Vision Holdings Limited collaborated to advertise tourism industry of Maldives targeting cities of China. In an exclusive interview with PSM News, Managing Director of Island Aviation Abdullah Haris revealed flights operated by the national carrier Maldivian has expanded and currently conducts direct flights to 6 cities in China. In an interview, Director of China Grand Vision Holdings Limited, Shibo revealed Maldivian is an exemplary airline which has provided the maximum cooperation. In this regard, Shibo noted Maldivian is expanding its flights with visionary goals. Shibo highlighted that 50 resorts in Maldives and Chinese tour agents and journalists participates in this year's roadshow.
We are very appreciative for our key partner Q2's support in the past 4 years, especially for our MD. We have worked for so many different airlines, so in our life, more than 20, 30, it's very less people like MD who is helping us. I'm not only seeing the good words, because so many the director, the same position, airline company boss, they are only understand the management.
The roadshow would cover Chinese cities of Xi'an, Chongqing, Tianjin and Beijing and would conclude on April 13.
We'll be back after Astro Players.